Diseases such as eczema, asthma, hay fever and food allergy are now very common, and in fact almost 40% of children in this country are now affected. Allergies were considered relatively unusual until about 30 or 40 years ago, but since then there's been a dramatic rise in allergic conditions.
I've got 3 children and Kieran's the only one that's got a food allergy. So he was fine until he was about, I think we first realised he had a food allergy when he was about, I think it was about 8 months of age. I gave him scrambled egg. My elder daughter's absolutely fine, no problems with her. I was making her scrambled egg, gave him some scrambled egg too. He didn't really eat it, he had a couple of spoonfuls, spat it out, and then I noticed that his face was all red and blotchy and he was rubbing at his eyes and he was really quite upset, so I wasn't sure what was going on. And it seemed to die down and go away. And then a few weeks later, same thing happened, but it was sort of quite a lot worse, really. Immediately it happened, he got red blotchy face. I took him to the doctor that time and they said, oh yeah, it's probably a food allergy.
No, I'm allergic to eggs and peanuts.
And what does that mean?
It means that I can't go out to places, and whenever it's someone's party, I can't have most of the cakes and things like that involve eggs, and it's annoying having to bring my EpiPen around with me all the time.
What really goes wrong in allergy is that the body sees friend as foe, so an innocuous antigen or food protein such as peanut or egg or milk, which is actually nutritious and good for the body, is suddenly perceived by the body as being noxious or harmful, and the immune system mounts a response of really rejection, as it would be rejecting, for example, a parasite.
When children get sent up to our allergy clinic, we take the opportunity to do as many tests and get as much information as we possibly can during one visit. For most children, a visit to the allergy clinic will involve a consultation with a doctor, some allergy tests, and usually some time spent with one of our specialist nurses or one of our dietitians. One of the most common reasons for coming up to our clinic is because of suspected food allergy. After having a chat with the doctor to get a good understanding of what exactly happened when a certain food was eaten, or what type of allergic reaction is suspected, then normally the child will be passed on to have some allergy tests done with our nurses. Many of the children who come to our clinic will have an allergy test called a skin prick test. This is a very simple, old-fashioned but very reliable test at detecting allergies. Fortunately, the test is pretty painless, and they'll have the opportunity to spend some time with our nurse explaining exactly what's going to happen before they do the test. Once they're ready to go ahead, the nurse will gently mark the child's skin and then put small drops of different extracts of the things they suspect the child may be allergic to. So for example, different foods such as peanut, egg or fish, or inhaled allergens such as dust mite, cat fur or different pollens. Once the extract is in place, a very gentle scratch is made, and then the area is watched carefully for about 10 to 15 minutes to see if any itchy spots appear. The itchy spots are then measured and their size is recorded in the patient's notes. Then the results of the test can be taken back to the doctor so that they can be discussed.
Fantastic that there's nothing there for the egg. Does that mean he can eat eggs
Well,
now?
it was 7 before, and I think now it's looking really good, isn't it?
The allergy test looked like it may be good news, and Kieran has outgrown his egg allergy. But in order to be absolutely sure that it's safe for Kieran to introduce egg back into his diet, we're going to invite him back up to the hospital to have his first egg under our own careful supervision.
Right, Kieran, we've made sure you're well today for this challenge, and it's for a baked egg challenge. And what we're going to do first is something really funny. We're going to rub a bit of your mum's baked egg on your lip. Is that okay?
Once he's arrived,
right,
we'll check that he's in good health. Very slowly, over the course of the morning, give him small but increasing amounts of egg to eat to ensure that he doesn't have a reaction.
Your lip a bit. That's it.
Hopefully,
Perfect.
he'll get through the whole morning without
Very
any
much.
problems. We'll then be confident that he can go and introduce egg into his regular diet.
No.
However, if he does have a
Very
reaction,
good.
then he's in the right place, and we'll be able to give him the right sort of treatment to ensure that it causes as little distress as possible if he does have an allergic reaction. Here at St Thomas's in our food allergy clinic, we aim to make accurate diagnoses as early as possible so that we can advise patients exactly what they need to avoid in order to keep themselves safe. By regular follow-up, we can repeat allergy tests so that we know as soon as possible when allergies have changed, which gives children the opportunity to reintroduce foods back into their diet rather than having to avoid them unnecessarily.
Oh, that was really good. So now he's fine. He can eat cakes, which is really, really good. That's really positive. Hopefully it means that after fried eggs in the long run, but at least cakes is brilliant. So that means he gets a birthday cake, first ever birthday cake for him in a few weeks' time. So that's really, really good. Really, really pleased.
There's some very exciting developments happening around food allergy. There's interesting research looking at helping to cure people of food allergies they already have, and also very exciting work looking at preventing food allergies from happening in the first place. But these are very much still in the research phase. At the moment, the best advice that we can offer is that if you suspect your child has a food allergy, make sure you take them to your family doctor, and if necessary, ask for a referral to an allergy clinic so you can ensure that your child gets accurate diagnosis.